Yeah. So if the building owner lets you, you would happily do that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. There we go. What's the most difficult thing you've had to do? What's the hardest thing you've had to do?
In my whole life.
In the last 6 months. We're talking about the last 6 months as you as Twitter Twitter.
Well, shutting down one of our service centers was quite difficult. It turns out there were I thought the service centers were redundant, but there were in fact a lot of things that were hard coded to the one service center. And so we shut it down, and we actually it was quite catastrophic. We lost a lot of functionality, so we really rushed to put it back.
When was that?
I was around late December, early January.
So that was the biggest sort of I'm worried here.
Biggest crisis, yeah.
Yeah. And what about hard in terms of emotion? I mean, how many is letting go? I mean, what were the levels of staff, and what are they now?
We're around 1,500 people at this point, and there was I think 7,800.
What was it? So
I think it was around just under 8,000.
8,000.
1,500 right now.
Okay. And has it been hard letting that many people go?
Yeah. Not fun at all. Painful.
I mean, I guess in what way do you feel like you need to speak to people when they leave?
I mean, it's not physically possible to speak to that many people.
Has that? I mean, you talked about that being the most technical bit. Has that been sort of the hardest thing emotionally, or is it?
It's one of the hardest things, certainly.
Yeah. The Nancy Pelosi tweet.
Go
right back to the start. But there have been. That is an example of a few. There have been others. Do you feel like you're an impulsive person?
I mean, have I shot myself in the foot with tweets multiple times? Yes.
Do you feel like
I need bulletproof shoes at this point?
I mean, you've definitely done that. The issue is that you're now a Twitter owner. Do you feel like you should look at your tweets more? You have a higher responsibility when you tweet something out for it to be accurate.
I think I should not tweet after 3 a.m.
That's the rule.
Yeah, well, maybe 2 a.m.
That's the new rule.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so there's a blanket ban.
I shouldn't.
What are your Twitter rules? I mean, I've heard some people say never tweet when you've been drinking, or never tweet when angry. What are your Twitter rules?
Well, I think those are two good rules. Yeah, don't tweet if you're wasted, or really upset about something. Yeah, probably. I mean, a good friend of mine actually had a good suggestion, and it has helped, which is that if you're going to tweet something that maybe is controversial, save it as a draft, look at it the next day, and see if you still want to tweet it. And that has been a good rule of thumb.
Okay.
So I've got a bunch of things in my track folder that I'm glad I didn't say.
I can't remember whether I asked you this. This is my sort of wrapping up at this point. But yeah, do you have any regrets?
I mean, what was like hindsight's 2020, so a bunch of decisions that could have made better for sure. But as I said, all's well that ends well. I think it's gone pretty well. So in the grand scheme of things,
Okay. I'm going to just check my list of things to make sure I've actually.
I mean, maybe there's something that people on the Twitter want to say. Ask, we can ask them.
That's on you. That's on you.
There's 680,000 people listening.
There you go.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
Let's see. How do we see? Okay. Let me see who. I'll just look at my tweet and see what people are saying or what questions they have. Do you like the BBC? Do you like BBC?
Okay, yeah, we're not going to.
I can't interview you. But if you like, do you like BBC?
I know. I see what you're doing. I'm not going to respond to that. Okay. I think we can finish the interview there. If you want to continue, thank you very much.
Well, come on. You sure you like BBC? Come on.
I'm not engaging. All right. Elon, it honestly has been a pleasure
Okay.
talking to you.
Well, same.
Yes. And if you want to carry on answering questions on this, then go for it. But I'm not going to.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to see if there's like any good. There's a lot of comments here.
I can imagine.
There's so many. Anyway, so it's nice to be interviewed by the BBC. I have a lot of respect for the British Broadcasting Corporation.
When did you say when the actual label's going to go public?
Oh, is it? Do we still say state media or whatever? Oh, it says government-funded media currently, as opposed to publicly funded media. Well, I guess probably we can make that change tomorrow if you'd like.
It's up to you. It's up to you. But,
I mean,
we'll expect that tomorrow.
I mean, do you have any requests on a personal level, or you can't speak on a personal level?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I think we've established that.
But
what questions are people asking you? Go on.
I mean, there's like a lot of comments. Let's see. I was literally reading on looking at replies to the fact that the spaces.
Are there any good questions that I've missed out in the last 6 months? I'm sure there are many.
I mean, people generally seem to like this interview, as far as I can tell. Very few negative comments, so generally positive.
Is that that's probably bad for me.
I'm scrolling as fast as I can to sort of see. I guess there's some complaints about Twitter Spaces needing some improvement. Let's fix Twitter Spaces is one of the comments. People like the fact that my dog Loki is the CEO, and I'm really just scrolling as fast as I can here.
I guess my reflection on this interview.
I'd just like to say I like BBC.
Okay. You obviously find that very funny.
I do find it funny.
I think, I mean, honestly, if you're listening to the interview, the answer about misinformation and saying, oh, we don't police misinformation in the same way, but because we try and get bots, because we try and take down bots, we're effective at bots, there's actually less misinformation on the platform.
I think that's a big factor.
I'd like to ask you one more question on that, because that is quite a lot of people I think will be listening to this.
Sure.
Really, you're arguing you can police content moderation far less and end up with less misinformation.
First of all, we do have content moderation, so it's not like we don't.
I've spoken to lots of people who've been fired. So lots of people have been let go. You've got from 8,000 to 50,000.
The censorship bureau was let go. I don't think the sort of putting a thumb on the political scales on the far left has been let go, because that's not right. That's not what you want for a public square. You've got to have equal treatment for people from across the political spectrum. So, some of them are going to be upset about that. But like I said, my experience is that there's less misinformation these days, not more, and that the community notes feature is extremely powerful for addressing so-called misinformation.
I mean, you've had community notes placed on your own tweets.
Yes.
One of them involving an alleged diamond mine.
Diamond mine?
A mine that a mine that your father part-owned.
Yeah, my father never owned a diamond. So you're thinking of an emerald mine?
Emerald mine.
Yeah, I'd like to see a picture of this alleged emerald mine.
Because you've been community noted on that tweet.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
No, but he never owned a emerald mine. It's total bullshit.
Not even a 50% stake.
No.
Because in community notes.
But first of all, okay. Do you think something like an emerald mine would have like some sort of property register? There'd be like a picture of it. It's not like you can say, "Oh, that's my mine." These things are hotly debated. If you've got something valuable, you have to have some property record, like a house, but much more important than a house. And yet there is no property record whatsoever. There is no picture of this mine whatsoever.